All right. It's preparing. I never know when Facebook is going to start streaming this amazing stuff. All right. Let's see. Is it going to be, are we good? Are we good?
I'm
I
here.
really need to take Liz's offer and doing our introductory music for Wisdom Wednesday. If you guys have some ideas of some introductory music for this video, that would be amazing. So welcome everybody to the BNI Wisdom Wednesday. So every single week I come to you providing a weekly education tip called Wisdom Wednesday, and it counts as one chapter education unit for watching. So thank you all for coming and attending this week's Wisdom Wednesday. So my name is Kristen Gear. I am the Director of Operations for BNI Arizona, and I've been doing a little added guest to our Wisdom Wednesday, which has been super exciting. But before we get into this week's guest, I wanted to remind you guys of what is coming up next week. So we have our chapter success orientation starting next week. So for anyone that is coming into a leadership or support team role for this upcoming year, make sure you attend one of the dates. We have one that's coming up this Monday. We also have a second one on the 20th and a third one on the 24th. So you only need to attend one of those. It does count as chapter education unit, so it'll count as 3 chapter education unit. So this Wisdom Wednesday counts as 1. If you attend one of those, that's 3 more towards your power of 1 numbers. So hey, just those 2 events alone will get you your entire points for the entire month, which is just amazing. Now, the chapter success orientations aren't just limited to leadership and support team members, guys. So if you are a member and you want to learn more about all of the amazing updates that are coming up, all of the changes that are happening, starting October 1st, you don't want to miss these chapter success orientations. There's so much new stuff that is going to be laid out. You really don't want to miss it. So sign up for one of those dates. It's a free training. It's on Zoom. There's hundreds of people already signed up for these events. So you'll also get to network with BNI members all over town. So it's going to be a fun event. Looking forward to seeing you all there. So today we have Mr. Phil Horsley in the house for Wisdom Wednesday. So thank you, Phil, for joining me this week. Phil is with Ambient Printing. He is the printer in the BNI Arrowhead Traditions chapter, as well as an amazing BNI director in the West Valley. So really excited for you to be here. And so what topic are you going to be sharing with us today, Phil?
Well, Kristen, first of all, good afternoon, BNI Arizona. And I would like to talk about our visitors that we all love to have come to our chapters.
Yes. Oh, visitors are so key. And as we all know, the meetings are for the visitors. So it's all about bringing in those visitors, and their experience is even more key. So Phil, go ahead, take it away. Share with us some visitor knowledge.
Well, actually, Kristen, that was number 1 on my list. The purpose of our meetings is to have visitors there. So I think you were reading my notes, but that's okay.
Stole your thunder. I stole your thunder.
Yes, and now I have nothing else to say. However, that being said, in all seriousness, a lot of the chapters are going back live, be it every week or at least the first meeting of the month. And for some, that's a new experience. I know there's some leadership teams that have never run a live meeting, and now they're going to do it for maybe 1 or 2 before the transition comes in. So it's going to be an interesting challenge. But I would say this, it is important to remember that when visitors walk in the door, they're going to be a little bit confused because they may have been online a couple of times. Now they're in the real high energy, exciting environment of a live meeting. And please don't ignore them. Don't look at them like, hey, what are these folks? Do they belong here? They don't have name tags on. Because I hate to say it, we've all been through that once or twice over the years in BNI. So greet them warmly, greet them in a friendly manner. And I would also say this, remember your first time that you walked into that BNI meeting. How were you feeling? A little bit awkward, a little bit nervous, maybe didn't know anybody but one person. I remember my first time walking into Traditions. There was a little table set up with a visitor host. Her name was Sue, and she took my information, stuck on the old paper name tag, and said, "Oh, you're a printer. Come on down. You got to meet Chuck. He's our promotional products guy." And the room was full and everybody's talking, and she taps him on the shoulder. "Oh, Chuck, this is Phil, and he's a printer. And oh, isn't that great?" And we started talking, and then somebody butted in and broke up the conversation. I thought, wow, that's kind of rude. And then he took me over to meet the sign lady in our chapter. And again, people running around, people hugging. I thought, my gosh, what is this? This is a business meeting. People don't hug. Yes, they do in BNI. So I know there's a lot of hugging going on because I've been around visiting probably about 4 or 5 chapters over the last 3 weeks that are back live. A little fist bumping, that's cool, but everybody loves their BNI hug. So don't scare them away if you hug them a little bit too hard and they're not used to it. We don't want them to do that. So lots of energy in the room for sure. And we got used to our Zoom. We love our Zoom, but you can't beat that energy level in any room that you walk into. Those big smiles, share that, show that warmth to the visitors, because in the end, we want them to come back. Second meeting might be a Zoomer, but if you're doing it every week, they'll be eager to come back. I've seen it in every chapter I visited, even to the point where when we're doing our referrals and testimonials, we always ask them, "Hey, what do you think about the meeting?" And I've heard people stay up and say, "Wow, I've been Zooming to every meeting in the last year and a half for everything I've done. And it's so great that you guys have figured out how to get back together live. You're showing the love for each other. I'm going to put in an application." That's what we love to hear. If you're staying on Zoom or you're doing the hybrid, I would recommend please stick with the chat rooms. It's great for a visitor to be put in with hopefully somebody in their what would be in their power team, or somebody in leadership, or hopefully a visitor host that can make them feel comfortable, ask them questions, and get to know them a little bit better and warm them up before the actual meeting gets started. So you're just gonna have a great open networking experience for them. And that may be the difference between them becoming a member in the Zoom environment or not. I would think that that's pretty much everything I was going to cover. Got some questions, Kristen? Fire away.
Yeah. So one thing kind of top of mind, I know that we had chatted about this a lot before, and you had mentioned something about a pig. What is that all about?
Oh, yes. For those folks out there that have Zoomed with me, earlier this year, we needed a timekeeper. I've never done that. I've been in BNI 10 years. I've never been the timekeeper. And they said, "Hey, could you help out for a few weeks?" I said, "Yeah." So I went to Sam's Club, and they had a 3-pack of these critters. And some of you folks have seen this guy or gal, we can't tell you, on Zoom. And you've heard this. Because I've been to so many meetings, and somebody's sitting there with their little mobile device, their iPhone, and you hear this little ding in the background, and then they're looking around and nobody heard it, and they're like ding, 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 and they're afraid, and they finally hold it up to the camera, which is another minute has gone by. And I thought, you got to know when your time is up, folks. So I warned them. I showed them this creature. Some people think it's a pig. It's not. It's the BNI hog. And the purpose is, when you hear the hog, don't hog your fellow members' time, because you're cutting into their valuable chance to give a great presentation about what they do and what they're looking for and who they need as a client. So keep that in mind. It's in my bag. It's in my BNI bag. So when I go to chapters now, if we have a very weak timekeeper, I'm their backup.
Nice.
Being the BNI hog, we're up there. So,
I love that. I think that every chapter needs a BNI hog. That is incredible. Well, yeah, I think that's all I had, Phil. You did an amazing job covering your topic today. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone, for watching this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday. And remember to record one chapter education. And for watching, and make sure to go to the BNI Arizona calendar and sign up for one of our amazing chapter success orientations. Looking forward to seeing you all there. If you have questions, go ahead and message me. Happy to help. So thank you guys again, and we will see you all next week. Have a great day, guys.
Take care.